Mental Health Cypher is a podcast where we connect with our listeners through educating on the many facets of mental health, share our stories of dealing with the symptoms, and heal through our experiences of overcoming the challenges. Hey, Sus, you good?
Hey, bro, you good?
No?
No?
Well then,
let's talk about healing.
All right. And welcome everyone that is listening live and on the recording replay. This is the Interpreting Your Dreams teleconference from the Mental Health Cypher that we're putting together just to help people understand what dreams are really, how to interpret their dreams, and things that you can do to use your dreams to help you in your waking state. So I am going to give over the floor to Mr. Sai Shanti so he can tell us, what are our dreams really?
Thank you very much. And thank you for everyone who's listening and tuning in. First, let me give a disclaimer. The information that I will be discussing here is an accumulation of my personal experiences, things that I've experienced in practice, and things that I've experienced through research, observation, and just general one-on-one surveys with different people that I've been engaged with interpreting their dreams for years. I come from a Southern family, and my mother, peace of blessing be upon her, she was firmly affixed in the belief system that dreams mean something. And she had a knack of predicting or foreshadowing things that would happen based off of the dreams that she had. Anything from loved ones transitioning to births to marriages, certain events in people's lives in the family that were pretty pivotal for them. My mother had the gift to see that through dreams. My sister, peace of blessing be upon her, also had the same gift. And my mom had dream books. I remember looking at her dream books of the symbolism and the characters, because I was an artist, so I always loved how the dream books looked. They looked ancient. Now looking back on it, I can see that they were alchemical symbols. Alchemical meaning alchemy. So with that being said, what I'm sharing is tools for you to use, for you to decode and find out methods that work for you. My methods may not work for you. My information may not resonate with you. But if you are new to just understanding what dreams are and how to interpret your dreams, if you're new, then I want to provide at least a jump off for you, a foundation for you to build on. Okay, so what are dreams? Dreams are replays of information that our subconscious mind had accumulated throughout our everyday dealing with our environment, with others, with our emotions, with our thoughts, with the world in general. Throughout the day, your subconscious mind will record thousands of bits of information. Even without your cognitive awareness of it, you interacting with anything that is reality outside of yourself, the subconscious mind is recording that and storing it in your subconscious mind files. Now, even though thousands of bits of information is being recorded, we would only retain a small percentage of that and remember even less than that. And this is what we would call the conscious mind or the awakened state. Our awakened states and perceptions of our reality coincides with our emotions, our beliefs, and our perspectives and our feelings about certain things that we find pleasurable or displeasurable, satisfying or dissatisfying. That's the job of the cognitive mind. The conscious mind judges things, it puts labels on things, it categorizes things, it attaches emotions to it, belief systems, based off of the information that you give it. The subconscious mind does not judge, it does not filter. The subconscious mind pretty much will believe whatever it's fed because it doesn't have the quote-unquote hang-ups that the cognitive mind have of filtering it through an egoic perspective. So, if the subconscious mind gets information that the sky is purple with green polka dots, that becomes a reality to the subconscious mind. That is what's recorded in the subconscious mind. And all the information that's not being used by the conscious mind in awakened state is replayed when you go to sleep from the subconscious mind. That's why a lot of times your dreams are so crazy. That's why a lot of times your dreams aren't as smooth and as fluid as, say, like a movie. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes you can have multiple dreams stacked on top of one another. Sometimes your dreams can be so far out there that you don't even remember them. Some people think they don't dream because they don't recall them. Every conscious mind dreams. Every conscious being dreams. Animals have dreams. Plants have dreams because they have a conscious awareness. And again, if you have a conscious awareness, information is being stored that you're not always using. That information is stored that's not being used is dumped out when the body, the conscious mind is at rest, when it's not judging the information, when it's not attaching the information to any kind of emotional belief system. It's just playing out. It's just flooding out. It's like info dumping. And these are what we call dreams.
So let me ask you this side. You said that we get to a point where the conscious mind is not in awareness. Are there like particular stages in the sleep state to when we know we're actually dreaming?
Yes, there are. There's different levels of dreaming because there are different levels of rest. Before you go to sleep, you enter what's called in hypnotherapy the magic 30. Hypnotherapy is using hypnosis as a therapeutic modality to solve issues in the subconscious mind. And it's kind of polarizing because people associate hypnosis with mind control and something negative, people trying to control their mind. And although it has been used for that, that's not the totality of what hypnosis is. Hypnosis is bypassing the cognitive or conscious mind and accessing the subconscious mind and placing suggestible or suggestive ideas into the subconscious mind. That's what hypnosis is. And anytime you're entering into a dream state, you enter into a light state of hypnosis, which we call the magic 30. The magic 30 is when you're yawning and you're tired and your eyelids are getting heavy and you kind of nodding off and you got like one foot in the awareness zone and another foot in the dream zone. That's the magic 30. When you find yourself in that state, that means that you're going to be drifting off. And people are aware they're drifting off. They're saying, I'm getting sleepy. I'm about to fall asleep. Once you have that awareness, that's the first stage of dreaming. The first stage of dreaming is knowing that you're about to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just having that euphoric feeling. Once you enter the dream state, if you're having a deep dream, if you're in a deep dream, like one of those, a fire alarm could be going off and you're not waking up. That's a deep level of sleep. And what that looks like on a physiological level is you'll see the eye moving. The eye, they call it rapid eye movement, REM. And the reason why you're seeing rapid eye movement, even though the eyes are closed, is because the eye is experiencing a dream scenario where it's looking for information. We see with our mind, with our brain, not with our eyes. Our eyes just simply translate energy signals to the mind so the mind can create images. But if you close your eyes, you still can see images. Why? Because that's where you actually see, in the mind. So a REM sleep with the rapid eye movement is you entering into a deeper level of subconscious thought, which means that you're bypassing the cognitive mind, the conscious mind, and you're now in the realm of the subconscious mind. So whatever scenario that's playing in the subconscious mind, that becomes your new reality. Dreams can be so real that you'll have a physiological response to it. Many people talk about having wet dreams when they were young and they experience them as adults. Many men will talk about having sexual arousal, women also, through the dream. Many people will have dreams that it makes them sad. They will wake up crying or they're crying in the dream. Many people have dreams that terrifies them, that scares them. So they're frightened in their dream. They may yell in their sleep, not even realizing that they're doing it. All of these are examples of a REM sleep or a deep sleep. And the reason why there are other stages as well, but I think the two most important is the lightest form of sleep and the deepest form of sleep, because everything else in the middle, it depends on the individual.
Got it. When you were talking about the REM sleep and how the images come up, that reminds me of like a dream that I had once where I was at a type of Easter egg hunt, but instead of hunting for eggs, I was actually hunting for cash. So for me, it kind of seemed like it was weird, quote unquote weird, because why am I in there hunting for cash instead of eggs? So can you go into the symbolism of how the visuals that we do see during that REM process affect us and why they can have that quote unquote weird feeling for us?
We'll talk about how you can use some practices before you go to sleep to remember your dreams. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's just say that you do remember your dream. I'm going to talk about symbolism and journaling because they go hand in hand. If you want to do dream interpretation, it's very important that you write down what you can recall of your dream, especially if you are in a dream state and you wait during the night to use the bathroom or something that happens to wake you up. You want to get something to eat, whatever. If you're already in the dream state, write down what you can remember. It doesn't have to be much. It could be anything. If all you can remember is a lamp, write that down. Because that's symbolism. And even if you don't remember what exactly happened visually in your dream, chances are you will remember how you felt. Because that's what's most important. How you feel about what you're seeing, because that's what the subconscious mind is really digging up from you, the emotions of it. The visuals are, they're objective and subjective, depending on the person. But, excuse me, if you're dreaming about something, like you were dreaming about Easter eggs, it was on an Easter egg hunt, but he was hunting for money. I'm going to make a statement, then I'm going to ask if it resonates with you. Okay?
All right.
When you was a child, maybe even as an adult, you enjoy the exhilarating adventure of being on an Easter egg hunt because it's hunting for something, finding something that you know you're going to be rewarded for. That Easter egg, just to find it, like, oh, there goes one. And you're filling up your basket. It's a exhilarating feeling of euphoria because you don't even know how many Easter eggs there are. It could be 10 or it could be hundreds. That resonate with you?
Yeah, and I actually could feel that feeling throughout the dream process.
Okay. Now, replace the Easter eggs with money. You feel the money is hidden from you, but it's in abundance. And if you could just find it, that exhilarating feeling of being able to find that money and put it in your basket and accumulate it, and you can actually just accumulate wealth of how much money you can find. In other words, you want that paper chase. Does that resonate with you?
Yes.
All right. Now, what that dream is clearly stating to you, and I don't know what happened prior to you going to sleep or what was happening in your life at that time, but most likely you were hunting for something. You were in need of something. But you didn't feel without, meaning that you didn't feel a sense of detachment or loss. You felt a sense of exhilaration for accumulation. And anytime someone's saying, I need to make more money, technically they're not saying they broke. They're saying they have money, but the money they have is not enough to substantiate what they need to do. They want more. So it's that hunt, that Easter egg hunt. You got 2 eggs in a basket. You might got some people that got no eggs in their basket. They broke. You got 2 eggs. You want more. Replace that with money. Some people don't have any money. You got a little bit of money, but you want more. You need more. You desire more because the reward of what having more money could do for you excites you. So I believe that was the motivation behind your dream. That was the energy that you was in that caused that dream to manifest the way it did. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, because during that time, I don't have my journal here with me, but during that time, I believe I was just starting out with a different entrepreneurial pursuit at that time.
Okay. It is. This is why it's so important for you to write down what you can remember from your dreams. During the Magic 30, that the Magic 30 for, I know a few people came in when I first talked about it, so I'll go over that again. The Magic 30 is the light state of hypnosis, or that dreamy state, that drowsy state that you're in before you go into a sleep. That's what the Magic 30 is. Whatever thoughts that you have during that Magic 30, most likely is going to be the director of your dream. So if you go to bed with chaotic thoughts, and you're feeling agitated or frustrated or angry, you're going to have aggressive, angry, frustrating dreams. And it's going to exacerbate because the visuals that you're experiencing in your dream carries an emotion to it that you're feeling in your dream. So you literally will wake up mad. That's why many marriage counselors would tell couples, don't go to bed mad at one another, because you'll wake up in the same energy, if not madder. Your spouse may have never cheated on you, but if you're mad at them in their dream, they cheated on you. Now you're even mad. Now you planted a seed. Now you're accusing them of cheating. Dreams are powerful. I'm looking at the time, and I could stay on I could do a whole subject on each one of the things that we're going to cover for an hour. But for time constraints, I'm going to kind of like rush through everything, but hopefully I'm giving people something that they can start building on. But when you start writing down the things that you can remember about your dreams, you can start looking at situations in your life that mirror those dreams and why you had those dreams and how those dreams affected your waking state. So if you know that you just started a new job 3 months ago, and you're looking at your dream journal, and you're seeing all the dreams that you had during that first week on the job as compared to the dreams that you're having now, that gives you a good reference to see where your mindset was at, where your energy was at. Okay, that first day, that first week on the job, it was exciting, it was new, but it was also scary. So your dreams reflected that. But now that you're settled in, and you're meeting people in your job, you're good at your job, and now you're looking towards promotion. Now you're having a different set of dreams. And because your dreams affect your waking state and your overall well-being, keeping a dream journal to see how far you've advanced, or to see where you may have hit a hiccup and need to revisit a certain mindset, a certain energy. Dream journaling helps tremendously with that. What was your question? I don't even think I answered your question. I'll go off on a tangent. I will go off on a tangent, so y'all bear with me. And keep this in mind also, this is a personal disclaimer. It's been a long time since I've done this. I've quote unquote retired from doing this like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm a little out of practice. I'm doing the best I can, and hopefully I can give y'all something y'all can use. But what was your question? Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did answer my question. I was saying, with the dream, how it can make us feel weird based on the symbolism that you received during the dream. However, you explained it well, that it could be based on, what's going on in your current life, in your waking state, and how it goes back into your subconscious mind during the dream state to kind of help you see what's going on, and it plays out.
Yes. And another thing about symbolism, there's a lot of information out there about if you dream about this, it means that. If you dream about this, it means that. I'm not discounting any of that, but I'm not saying that that's applicable to everybody. Even what I'm saying is not applicable to everybody. it's a good guide for you to get started. But this is basically what you want to do when it comes to interpreting your dreams. Whatever you dream about, ask yourself, what does that mean to you? If you're dreaming about cats, ask yourself, what do cats mean to me? What are your feelings on cats? What are your experiences on cats? Have you had good ones, good experiences? Have you had bad experiences? Do you like cats? Do you not like cats? And write down as much information as you possibly can about your relationship to cats. Then look at your dream from that aspect with that new information. Because now you're not looking at it through what's happening visually. You're looking at it through what's occurring emotionally, how you feel about what you're seeing. That's the power of symbolism. That's why it's so important to journal your dreams if you can retain them, as far as like into memory. Over the years, I've just learned to experience my dreams in a way where I can hold them for years and remember them, even if I never shared it with anybody. Because these practices that I'm about to get into now, these methods that I use to help myself to have lucid dreams, to have dreams that I'm going to recall, and most importantly, to use my dreams to put in work. I think I actually do more work in my dream state than I do in my waking state, honestly. Because in my dream state, time doesn't exist. In my waking state, there are other things that I must tend to that's wrapped around time. But in the dream state, I can experience 2 weeks worth of work in an hour. And how I'm able to do that is the practices prior to me going to sleep. Meditation.
This is part 1 of Interpreting Your Dreams. Be sure to come back to catch part 2. Peace.